Dear students, welcome you all for the ninth session of the first chapter of GST. So in this session, we are going to discuss powers and functions of GST Council. So my presentation will contain the powers and functions of GST Council. So let us discuss in detail what are the powers and functions of GST Council. First one, take every decision in the meeting by a majority of not less than 3/4 of the weighted votes. So this is a major function of GST Council. They have to call the meeting, and in meeting they have to take the decision which is for the beneficial for the implementation of GST and also for the growth of GST in India. So how they have to take this decision? Decision is through majority. So what is the majority? It should not be not less than 3/4 of the voting right. That is 75% of the votes should be in favor of the decision. Then to apportion the revenue of IGST and CGST among union and states. So the GST Council will decide how much revenue should be apportioned between the state and also the union. So revenue collected by central government is IGST and CGST. It should be apportioned between the states, and which is decided by the GST Council. To decide when the petroleum product should be brought into GST. So another important power that GST Council has is to decide when the petroleum and its products should be brought into GST. Even the petroleum products are included in the purview of GST, they are not brought into GST slabs. So GST Council can make a recommendation that petroleum products can be brought into GST. That time it will be under the purview of GST. To provide compensation to the states for the loss of revenue for a period of 5 years. So if there is any loss from the implementation of GST, so that loss has to be borne by the state over a period of 5 years. So initially in the year 2017-19 there was a loss incurred by some states and which has to be compensated by the states, but maximum compensation is given only up to 5 years. And remember, if there is loss only, if there is no loss, then there is no point of compensation. Then to make recommendations to the union and state on the following. So what are the following? First one, above taxes, cesses, surcharges levied by the center and states. So the GST Council has the power to make the recommendation about the taxes. Taxes may be either increase in the taxes or decrease in the taxes, but it should be from one slab to another slab. Then cesses, they can charge special cesses and surcharges in case of necessary, in case of any requirement of to generate extra revenue. Then regarding goods and services subject to exemption from GST, so they can also make recommendations regarding any goods, either to include a good in the exemption list or to exclude it and bring it to the tax bracket, and all in the same way services also. Then formulate model GST laws, principles of levy, principles governing place of supply. So they can formulate the model GST laws. So they can from time to time formulate various laws related to various concepts and various issues related to GST. And also with regard to principles of levy, they can either change or modify the principle of levy, which can be altered later, or which can be done in the previous year, in the future years. Then principles governing place of supply, so they also can modify certain rules regarding the principles governing the place of supply, so which will be discussed in the later classes. Then to bring changes in the threshold limit and aggregate turnover for exemption. So GST Council has the power to make any changes, modification the threshold limit. So presently the threshold limit is 40 lakhs and 20 lakhs for all the states, 40 lakhs for the special category states. That can be either increased or they can be reduced also, but reduction possibility is very less. Then to bring changes in the threshold limit for consumption composition scheme. So the GST Council can bring the changes in the threshold limit for composition scheme. Presently the composition scheme threshold limit is 1.5 crores and 75 lakhs for other states, special category states. So this can be either increased or can be reduced by the GST Council. Then to bring changes in the rates or slabs of GST. So presently we have the slabs such as 5%, then 12%, 18%, and 28%. So this slab can be either modified, or can be extra slab can be added, or they can remove from one slab and put it in the another slab. So this can be done by the GST Council. Then to decide special rates for specified period to raise additional resources. So they can decide the special rates for specified period. For example, cesses or surcharges or additional cess or any special rate only for specified period in order to raise the extra resources for the government. Then to make a special provision with respect to northeastern states, since northeastern states are the states which are not so developed states, and it's very difficult in those states to establish industries and other manufacturing sectors. So for them there should be extra provision, and that's special provision can be given by the GST Council. Then to decide about the compensation to the states due to introduction of GST, definitely in the initial years there was a loss to the state government, state exchequer, so that loss has to be compensated by the center. So how much compensation has to be given to how many states, that is decided by GST Council. Then any other matters related to GST. So GST Council can take any other matter which is in the purview of GST. So they have the power to make rules, they have the power to modify the rules, they have the power to bring the goods under the purview of GST, under the purview of services. We have seen from 2017 to 2021 so many services were added later. Many services, there was only few services in the initial years, and later on there were many services which are brought into under the purview of GST. So that's all from this session. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.